I didn't realize my marriage was emotional abusive until after the divorce, or rather I didn't want to admit it. My ex-husband has bipolar and another mental illness. I knew who he was when I married him. There were flaws in his character that didn't align with values, but I chose to accept them. I loved him with my entire being. I was his biggest cheerleader but also his biggest critic. It would frustrate me that he could never see himself the way I saw him. I tried many methods to push him to be his best self. I had moments that were less graceful, some that I regret. He always needed a gentle hand, but a gentle hand wouldn't fix his abuse towards me. I knew he was a compulsive liar. I chose to have faith and trust in him. I knew he was terrified to lose me and would try to protect me from the hurt his actions would cause if he would tell me the truth, and I chose to accept his excuses. I believed he loved me. He didn't love me, he loved the stability I offered. The emotional support I flooded him with. The ability he had to use my empathy for his gain. I thought marriage would make him our relationship more seriously, he would take me more seriously. Stress is a crazy powerful thing, something I knew was the truth but didn't want to admit. My physical health deteriorated as my mental health became more deadly. I had become a barely functioning human. Hygiene deteriorated, couldn't even get water or food for myself. I neglected our home and our animals because I was rotting away. Marriage is supposed to be in sickness and health. I was so sick. And yet he blamed me for being sick. For never being in the mood. For not loving him enough. It's hard to crave sexual intimacy when someone you loved and trusted rapes you. When you mention this was a factor, you are blamed for holding it over his head. It's hard to want to spend moments together when you are constantly having your love put into question. I knew it was unhealthy that before we got married, when I tried to break up, he would threaten suicide. During our divorce, he threatened suicide multiple times. Once I realized it was manipulation, I started calling his therapist to report his suicidal threats. He said I crossed a boundary and had no right to report it. When I put my foot down that every time he threatened suicide I would call his therapist, it finally stopped happening. Then he fired his therapist. I learned I was consistently breadcrumbed. Every time things would get really bad, he would do just enough to make me think it'll be different but then goes right back to his same bullshit. I was in a constant state of confusion. A lot of these patterns got so much worse after couples therapy. I had begged him for over 3 years to seeking counseling. Then he said he felt blindsided when I said I wanted a divorce. He was only able to keep up his charade for almost 2 months before the side I thought I was safe from came out. I was fired from my job, depressed, physically sick, actively suicidal. I had friends who kept me grounded. Who saved me from suicide multiple nights. My therapist warned me, as I put up boundaries he would get worse, and he did. He reached out to old friends who had hurt me. Because he wanted a common enemy. He lied to everyone about the circumstances of divorce. He continues to lie about our marriage and about the aftermath of the divorce. He posts on Reddit about how he's so free now. Correct. You are free to do all the shit I wouldn't tolerate. He is free to be the immature, irresponsible person he's always been, but I helped keep him in check. He is on his 5th tattoo in the last 6 months. He said payments for bills we still share are going to be late because he can't afford it, but he just paid for another tattoo. A huge one. But of course, he doesn't mention that part to anyone. I feel crazy at times because I can't help but check his socials sometimes. I usually end up very upset at whatever I see. Watching him lie to the world about how he's so happy and free from a toxic relationship. A toxic relationship he created. He broke me down as a person. I have moments I am caught in a wave of pain and/or panic because I didn't realize how traumatized I am. I feel so broken inside. Nothing helps. Everything feels numb. Nothing feels right. I'm just rambling. Perhaps I need to organize my thoughts into sections to make this easier to digest/follow. There's so many layers to all of this. But watching him lie about our couple's therapy always hurts the most. He's so manipulative. How could I let myself fall for this man? I was only ever his emotional meat bag with sexual benefits. Not a true partner. I hope he doesn't reverse his vasectomy because he should never kids.